Hi everybody, my name is Eli.
I'm Jason.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Caden.
And I'm Jaden.
And we are the Yahoo and the Torah YouTube channel.
We are very glad you could join us. It is a preparation day, the day before Shabbat, so that means you should be preparing. And for those that are new to this channel and have not heard, preparation day basically means tomorrow is the Shabbat, which is the day you're to rest. You're not to do any work. You're not to clean. You're not to cook. You are just supposed to rest and spend time with our Father, to dwell with Him and stay in His Word. So that means today you would be preparing your food. You'd be cooking everything for tomorrow. If you have crock pots, you prepare it. If you have a food you can store in the fridge that you can eat for the next day, you would do that. And you would just get your house ready. You would get yourself prepared for Shabbat so that you are rested, your mind is ready, and that you are ready to spend time with our Father as He'd want us to do.
All right. Thanks, Cade. Appreciate that. Eli was a little shy on the intro. We had a little dead air there.
I did my part.
You did your part, but you didn't finish on. We're trying to do this like a radio show and have no dead air here. And so it's a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. Thank you guys very much. Everybody out there for extending your family to us and our family to you. Huge grizzly bear hug from a bearded guy, and then high fives from the non-bearded guys, soft-faced guys. Oh, wait, there's one soft-faced guy. The other ones have some bristles, but... Who's the soft-faced guy, Eli? Why are you looking confused?
I have nothing there either.
They had it. They just, it's there. It's all good. All right, so how you guys doing? What'd you guys do yesterday?
Cleaning organization.
Nothing much, nothing exciting. Eli?
Organization.
That's it? That sounds real
I
boring.
did concrete work.
Concrete work. That sounds
I
exciting.
did something interesting.
How'd you do? What'd you do for concrete work?
I basically just mixed up some filtered sand. So you just take a shaker with a little mesh and you shake out all the rocks. You mix it in with the concrete because where we're at, we don't have a thing called Quikrete like you do in the States. You actually have to mix it yourself.
We don't have a thing called floors either, so we have concrete floors, and this is the problem.
So, and then the floors will, over time, they will start kind of grinding away a little bit. So you got to fix it up a little bit. You got to throw some cement on it, re-level it, smooth it out.
Because the boys shuffle their feet. That's why it happens like this. Yeah, Jade's pointing to Eli. Everybody needs to pick up their feet when they walk. All right, everybody. Anyone have anything else on this? Let us get into today's lesson. And everybody's sleeping.
So I didn't know you were split screen.
All right, handy dandy split screen. And are we in Numbers 10? That was number 11. Who set this up? All right, somebody didn't set this up. Eli. Who goes under the bus today? Jaden?
Jaden goes under the bus?
Bus ride? All right. This was titled Fire from the Lord. It's Numbers 11. Oh, before we get into this, we need to go back into the verse before, the chapter before this, to the fifth. It's the fifth one, wasn't it?
10. It was
10.
10. Didn't we
10.
go over yesterday?
We did go over that yesterday, and your mom, here's the gig. Okay, here's something you guys probably did not know. We don't have a commandment for blowing the shofar. There's no such thing.
There's not one in there.
There's not such thing. So I guess how do we figure out we need to start blowing shofars?
It says on the new moons you blow your...
Psalms 82.
Psalms 82.
81:3.
So that's one thing we didn't find is we were like, well, there's a Torah command right here. And so we don't actually have a Torah command that says you shall do it. But it has been precedent that they do it.
Well, we have it on the Feast of Trumpets.
The Feast of Trumpets,
So we're
right?
supposed to
And you
blow
have it on
whistles.
all your feasts as well. You're supposed to do it
Yep.
on your feasts as well.
And
Maybe
so
that is a command.
yeah, so we need to go back into this, and it says, let's read this again. Also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginnings of your months, ye shall blow with the trumpets over your sending smoke offerings and over your sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before Yah Elohim. I am Yahuwah Elohim. Okay, we got to revisit this. I mean, it says at the beginning, it says that in the solemn days, in the beginnings of your month, ye shall blow with the trumpets over your sending smoke offering. It still says, nothing changed from yesterday.
But it has commas. Your solemn days,
Comma, right?
beginnings of the month,
Because you wouldn't run it on as a sentence.
But if you took
And
out
your
the
solemn
rest,
days are
if you
beginning of
took
months.
out this piece that says ye ascending smoke offerings,
Eli, why don't you just hit the back?
I tried to, but I accidentally
Okay,
clicked it.
so what? We got to figure this out. So
seeing it in
what's to say in the King? Let's read in the King. It's almost like the Sefer. Also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in your beginnings of your months, Ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over your sacrifices. You see, it's over your sacrifices.
I think if you
I know we can take stuff out of context and we can be free of the law too. Paul said so. But
look in the NIV, it has dashes, so it's telling you.
okay, let's read this in the NIV. Also at your times of rejoicing, your appointed festivals, and your new moon feasts. Okay, I mean, I like the dashes better, if that's what we want to go with. You are to sound the trumpet over your burnt offerings and fellowship offerings, and they will be for memorial for you before your God. I am the Lord your God. So it doesn't say shofar. Would we take this command and would we put a shofar in here? Because this is a trumpet.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Are you looking up in the Septuagint? All right.
Yeah.
As you look up in the Septuagint, I don't know. I don't want to miss these commands. But I mean, essentially, we would need to get a silver trumpet if we want to keep this command. And we wouldn't be able to do it over sacrifices or anything of that nature. So, new moon feasts. It says a new moon feast here. Do we have a feast on the new moon? Is a new moon a feast day?
I remember like in Kings, David couldn't attend to like the new moon thing because Saul wanted to like kill him.
Right.
So
Was that a new moon feast?
That was a new moon feast.
So we do have precedent further in scriptures here. So I don't know. Maybe we actually need to add this in as a new commandment. But I mean, I don't know how exactly we would need to get we wouldn't be able to do anything over sacrifices or anything of the sort. What do you see in the Septuagint, Miss Nicole?
It says, and in the days of your gladness, and in your feasts, and in your new moons, ye shall offer with the sound of trumpets at your whole burnt offerings, and at your sacrifice of your peace offerings, and there shall be a memorial for you before your Yahuwah. I am Yahuwah your Elohim.
It says Yahoo in there?
No, it says God.
Oh.
Everything says
Oh, okay. Boy, I just, does anyone have anything on this?
No, I'm not really convinced. I mean, it says trumpets, and I don't know. Like,
So,
I think these are feasts
How
for
do we
these days.
how do we figure out we need to blow the shofar? I mean, if there's no command blowing the shofar in the Torah, I feel like I'm missing something, or we're missing something.
I think it's just like what everyone does. I think it's kind of more like everyone else did it, so maybe we did it or something.
So if you wanted to add this as a command, your requirements would be a silver trumpet, and I guess you would just on your new moon feast you would blow it, and I mean your feast is, I guess, Messiah Yahushua is going to be the sacrifice. Are we doing this wrong? Anyone have anything?
I don't know if we need to get a trumpet. We need to start like blowing it on the new moons and the feast instead of the shofar.
Yeah, and I mean that's interesting. I mean, I just don't know what to do. We're all looking here, so we're all kind of swayed here. All right, so this is what I think we should do. I think we should add this as a commandment, a maybe commandment. I think we should add it in there, and then maybe when we can get maybe emissary of Elohim to weigh in or somebody else, we can figure this out. Because I don't want to leave this with questions, because that'll haunt me and I won't sleep at night. So, let's add this as a new commandment. And then we will probably remove it as a commandment if we can't find it better. So, anyone agree? Anyone disagree?
Yeah, we can add it for a command to blow it on the feast and the new moons, but with the whole trumpet thing, I don't know, because they use shofar right before they use trumpets, so this is like this isn't like a translation error where he's just
I mean, this thing's a trumpet. They talked about them beating this out of silver, right? So
right, but this isn't like a translation error where it's just like trumpet, right? It's like
Dude,
it's
they didn't make shofars out of silver.
I know, but like it's not a translation error where instead of trumpet instead of shofar they actually put trumpet instead.
The entire chapter is about trumpets. The silver trumpets is what it's labeled in the NIV. Right, and it says, make 2 trumpets of hammered silver. I mean, you would be sitting there firing this thing up you'd be sitting there like an ironsmith or something would be doing this. So it says, and use them for calling of the community together. I'm almost leaning like this is not, but I don't want to miss this because I don't know. And again, we didn't get anybody out there that commented on yesterday's. So I know this is one of these hard things to do. So anyone has the Ruach that is leading you guys to comment on this, please help us out or give us some more backgrounds on this. And I guess let's continue on. So Nicole, will you add this then, please?
Yeah, and I'm just looking at further like other books like Jubilees and Jasher and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they talk about blowing those shofars like when they go to wars and stuff, and about bringing the camps together.
Right.
But that's what they said they were doing with the trumpets.
Well, remember on this is to get people lined up. First of all, this is a call to assembly. It's going to be different than a ram's horn shofar. A trumpet is going to sound way different. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely shofars. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt. All right, let's get in there. I am confused. May the Ruach HaKodesh explain this to us. Maybe we can have clarity to this because, your people are a bit confused. All right, Numbers 11. And when the people complained, it displeased Yahuwah, and Yahuwah heard it, and his anger was kindled. And the fire of Yahuwah burnt amongst them and consumed them that were in the uttermost parts of the camp. Okay, so that's very interesting, boys. It says when people complain. How is that different today than it was back in the day?
Well,
Do you think Yah's hearing you? Is he hearing us today?
Yeah, but what were they complaining about? Was it the food? Because I mean, we hear that food was that they want to go back to Egypt.
It tells you what.
But here's the line before we even figure that out. Is there a reason to complain?
No.
Is there a reason to complain in this house?
No.
Ever?
No.
We shouldn't. The Yah has completely taken care of this house. He is like completely sent manna from heaven, has saved us in 100,000 different ways. We would not be eating a single bite of food if it wasn't for the power of our Creator that has sustained this family. I mean, I can't even go through the blessings that we have. And so, this is something we should understand is when we are complaining and bickering and moaning, even amongst ourselves. Do you think Yah's going to want to dwell with that?
Probably not. But
What happens with my blood pressure when you guys are bickering?
it goes up.
Yeah, it goes way up. When I said I'm getting so tuned into my blood pressure that when literally if people are sitting there complaining or the kids are like having an argument, my blood pressure, without me even involved in this conversation, my blood pressure goes through the roof and it keeps going up. And so I test my blood pressure so much that I know that. So what do you think Yah's blood pressure does when the people that have been given everything, including the Israelites there, us, everybody out there, if you guys are listening to this, you're alive another day. Our Creator has sustained your life that you may listen to His message, that you may serve Him, right? What does He owe us any of this, guys?
No.
Anything.
No, he owes nothing.
He owes us nothing, absolutely nothing, but yet we've been given everything, including life, especially life, right? Every breath of air that you guys breathe in is because the Creator has done that, right? So let's look deep in ourselves as we read this, and let's critique ourselves as well. Verse 2. And the people cried unto Moshe, and when Moshe prayed unto El Yahuwah, the fire was quenched. And he called the name of the place Tavorah, because the fire of Yahuwah burnt among them. All right, now what do you think the fire was? What do you think this was? Was he literally just burning them?
Well, that sounds like it.
I think it was just like
What about rashes on your skin and burning them? I mean, could it be like your skin felt like it was on fire, or was he literally burning them?
I think it's literally fire.
It says in the NIV that tabra means burning.
Burning, yeah. Well, I mean, your flesh could be burning too. You might have a searing.
Yeah, but these guys were all, so they were consumed, like they got eaten by the fire.
Did it say they're consumed? No, it does. Them that were in the uttermost parts of the camp. Yeah, all right. So it consumed them. All right. 4. And the mixed multitude was among them. And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting. And the children of Yashrael also wept again and said, who shall give us flesh to eat? All right, what does that mean? Okay, the rabble.
Meat.
NIV says the rabble with them began to crave other food. Okay, mixed multitude. What does this say?
This is like the...
These were the people that were not Yashrael. Mm-hmm. These were all of the slaves, the people that were amongst them. And so they were all upset. Why were they upset?
So they didn't have meat. They were eating like bread or something.
Yeah, manna from heaven every day. Okay, we remember the fish, which we did eat in Mitzrayim freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. All right, you guys all have leeks. Anyone know what leeks are?
Yeah, it's like a green onion.
It is?
Yeah.
How do you know this?
Because it's a vegetable.
Do you know this?
Yeah.
You know this?
Yeah.
So, I didn't even know I've never heard of that. You guys?
Yeah,
I've heard of it before,
You guys
but
heard
I
of
never knew.
leeks?
I've heard of a leek once, and I don't know what it is.
I heard of a leek before, but we had to seal it on a roof.
They're smaller green onions.
All right. Waka. Okay, 6. But now our soul is dried away, and there is nothing at all beside this manna before our eyes.
Appetite in NIV. Instead of soul.
We have lost our appetite. I bet they didn't lose their appetite. I bet they're just tired of eating the same stuff. Now, what do we have in place of lentils in this house? Oh, I screwed up. We have lentils instead of manna. Yeah, so we, long ago, I guess we got a super good sale on lentils, and we stocked up. And I didn't realize how many we had up until the other day. But the boys, the first rule of Food Fight Club when we're starving is what?
Eat the lentils.
Lentils. Reheat the lentils. All right, the second rule of Food Fight Club?
Lentils.
Yeah, cook some more lentils. And they are kind of boring, but a little bit of salt goes a long ways. So how many bowls of lentils do you guys think you've eaten so far?
What?
Are you tired of them?
No, not really. They're pretty good, so no.
No problems yet? I mean, these people ate them, though, for like a long time. So I guess...
Only in this year, too.
Yeah, well, I mean, how long can you guys survive on lentils? Long time. Well, yeah, we're gonna have to because there's no other food. It's famine. It's feast or famine around here, and it's famine time. All right, here we go. But now our soul is dried away, and there's nothing at all beside this manna before our eyes. And the manna was as coriander seed, and the color thereof as the color of bdellium. All right, what is that?
Mine says the appearance of bdellium. I don't know what
Mine
it is.
didn't look like resin.
I don't even know what resin is.
It's like, the resin is, I think, like the...
There's everything has resin. Everything that leaves a mark is resin.
Mine says perhaps a precious stone.
Perhaps a precious stone. So the manna was a coriander seed. What color is it? Coriander seed?
Brown.
Brown. So the manna was brown, and the color thereof is the color of bdellium. So is it brown and red then, or something? Is that what we're looking?
I don't know.
All right. Thanks for the input, everybody.
I don't know what bdellium
I
is.
don't know,
know
man.
either.
What is this bdellium?
I think it sounds like a soap to me.
It sounds
but
like
I
a
don't know.
flower or something. I don't know.
Either like a gem or something.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, it could be. And the people went about and gathered it and ground it in mills or beat it in a mortar and baked it in pans and made cakes of it, and taste of it was as the taste of fresh oil. Wow. So that's another big thing is we don't have a lot of oil in the house. And so this is if it tastes like fresh oil. Eli got us a picture. What is that?
It's bdellium.
That's
It's
bdellium.
like,
That's a rock.
It's like a light brownish.
It's a
Amber.
brown. So this stuff was brown. So their wheat came down, or their manna came down as that. And I mean, it sounds like a lot like wheat that you would just grind up and it turns into a flour. What do you got, Nicole?
I was reading your fresh oil because mine says, or does,
Baked with oil.
and it tasted like cakes baked with fresh oil.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, when stuff has oil in it and doesn't. I mean, it's definitely. And I guess we probably shouldn't be drinking fresh oil. It's the taste of fresh oil that can't be good. But I mean, I don't know. Anyone have anything else?
No.
Mine says baked with oil.
Baked with oil. Okay. So yeah, it's probably baked
Makes
with oil.
more sense.
But okay, so here's the thing: you have manna, and you're able to grind it. You're able to beat it in a mortar. What is that? That's after you ground it?
Yeah.
You ground it, then you beat it in a mortar like a
Like
A dough.
dough, and they bake it in pans, and they make cakes of it. All right, so I mean, this stuff's awesome. It came from the sky. All right, and when the dew fell upon the camp in the night, the manna fell upon it. All right, that's interesting. Wouldn't the manna be wet? I mean, it's like rice cakes. What happens if you're out there in the manna storm and the manna starts clubbing you? How much manna comes down at a time? Or did it just appear
Well, if it's
there?
like the angels, they just go by and drop it at night.
Maybe. That's quite a bit of manna. But yeah, who would be out there to see it? How would the manna come? Did it fly down?
No, I'm sure there's little kids down at the window like watching the manna there.
Somebody had to watch for the manna to come. Yeah. All right. 10. Then Moshe heard the people weep throughout their families, every man in the door of his tent, and the anger of Yahweh was greatly kindled. Moshe was also displeased. So the men were weeping. Bait us! Stop weeping, men. Yeah, you should be.
Oh no, we have food.
Beta male. Not an alpha. Not an alpha. All right, yeah. Don't cry. You have food, friends. All right. So Nicole is getting me something. I don't know what is it. She's getting me a bag
This
of
is the
something.
coriander seed.
It looks just like itty bitty tiny peas.
Just like little seeds.
Yeah, itty bitty tiny peas.
And so they had a whole bunch of that they ground up, so it came just like that. So even
So
if
it came and see you get
so
like
even if it got wet, it would probably be okay.
But it's only for that one day, so it wouldn't really matter if it's wet anyway, because you'd have to get it. Well, if you ground it and it'd be wet, that'd be something different, though.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah, it wouldn't be so good. You wouldn't grind it real well. But I don't think they grind it how we grind it. I think they probably put it in bowls.
Pedestal.
Yeah, little.
Pedestal.
Yep. All right. So don't be a beta male and cry when you're getting manna. All right. 11. And Moshe said unto YHWH, wherefore have you afflicted your servant? And wherefore have I not found favor in your sight that you lay the burden of all this people upon me? So Moshe's sitting there, and all of a sudden the beta males of this tribe are all out there crying.
You hear an entire group of people just like the loudest
So
bawling you've ever
if the
heard.
men were crying, that means the women were sitting. Dude, what kind of man sits there and bawls in front of his family? Like that. I mean, I get it. There's time for tears. I get it. I've cried in front of the family. Not a big deal. Dogs dying, cows dying.
But he's like crying over food. He's like sitting there like, oh.
Not crying over food. He's crying over the what they want, right?
Like, oh, we don't have meat. We have bread that's freshly cooked. Oh, no.
Yeah, come on. These guys.
Oh, man.
Well, remember that. You guys all remember that. As the years go on and the lentils continue on, don't forget what you guys said. Okay. 12. Have I conceived all this people? Have I begotten them that you should say unto me, carry them in your bosom as a nursing father bears the sucking child unto the land which you swore unto their fathers? Now Moshe's getting upset.
He's like, I didn't birth these things. These are not my children that I need to take care of. I don't need to hold their hand through everything. He's like,
I was like, all right, watch out. I'll kill them all, and we'll rise up a nation out of you, Moshe.
Like, calm down.
Yeah, slow down. All right. Whence should I have flesh to give unto all this people? For they weep unto me, saying, give us flesh that we may eat.
Man, that's so weird, the whole flesh translation. It just says meat
Mine
to
says
eat.
meat.
Meat, yeah, flesh of the animals. 14. I am not able to bear all this people alone, because it is too heavy for me. And if you deal thus with me, kill me, I pray you, out of hand. If I have found favor in your sight, and let me not see my wretchedness.
You thought the Torah was a burden. Moses has got the burden. He's got to deal with like a million weeping people.
Well, it's not just they're weeping. These people are violent, right? They wanted to pick up sticks and beat up Aaron the first time, right? So, I mean, you have, you have 1 million people here that are sitting there crying from their tents? How many people are crying?
And he's like, please make him stop.
Dude, hopefully YHWH wasn't in the tents bawling. You know, that's the leaders of the thing. You got, one day you're out slaughtering people, one day you're crying at the tent doors. I don't know. All right. And YHWH said unto Moshe, gather unto me 70 men of the elders of Yisrael, who you know to be the elders of the people, and officers over them, and bring them unto the tabernacle of the assembly, that they may stand there with you. Hopefully, and make sure they weren't the ones crying at their tent doors. And I will come down and talk with you there. And I will take of the Ruach, which is upon you, and will put it upon them. And they shall bear the burden of the people with you, that you bear it not yourself alone. So that's a huge thing, right? Moshe, he didn't exactly get demoted, but he got
They split up the
they split
judges.
the sadness, the counselors. He got them like mental health counselors.
Misery loves company. Come join me, boys.
Yeah. And say you unto the people, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow, and ye shall eat flesh. For ye have wept in the ears of YHWH, saying, who shall give us flesh to eat? For it was well with us in Mitzrayim. Before YHWH will give you flesh, and you shall eat it. Going down the wrong road. You shall not eat 1 day, nor 2 days, nor 5 days, nor 10 days, nor 20 days, but even a whole month, until it come out your nostrils, and it be loathsome unto you. Because ye have despised YHWH, which is among you, and have wept before him, saying, why came we forth out of Mitzrayim? All right. There's a lot of things here, and I mean, a lot of people won't understand this, but we had an exodus out of Babylon. We literally left everything we had, put it in 2 cars, and drove 19 days to get where we are today. We had never seen this place. We had never visited this place. We didn't even know anything about this place. All we knew that it was a long ways outside of Babylon. And Jeremiah 50 and 51 says, if you do not want to share in her plagues, leave. And that was enough for us. We're like, okay. I mean, we nearly died several times on the trek down, but our Creator literally saved us, and we would not be eating, we would not be talking to you guys today if it wasn't for miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle. It never ends. And our Creator will, we do not deserve what our Creator has given to us by any stretch of the means. So I don't know why he loves his family, but we definitely love him, and we do this because we owe him everything. All right. 21. And Moshe said, the people among whom I am 600,000 footmen, And you have said, I will give them flesh, that they may eat a whole month.
Mine says besides all the women and children, so that was only men only.
Yeah, that was 600,000 people. And Moshe goes, whoa, hold on. You want me to tell them they'll have flesh for a month? What? All right. So he's getting the point. All right. Shall the flocks and the herds be slain for them to suffice them? Or shall all the fish of the sea be gathered together for them to suffice them?
I don't think Moses knew how big the world was or something. He's like, I gotta get all the fish together for this.
Dude, it's 1 million people. If you that would be 2 million fish a day. If you wanted it like a little fish, if the fish weren't big. I mean, if we're talking like big fish, yeah. But if you're talking like a salmon or something, I mean, that's only one meal. Yeah, I'm with Moshe. Like, dude, you want 2 meals? You have 1 million people.
Gotta cut
We're talking
that shark.
4 million fish in one day.
You're gonna have to cut that shark.
4 million fish in one day, man. That's what he's looking at. He's freaking out, and I see why. Okay, and Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Is Yahuwah's hand waxed short? You shall see now whether my word shall come to pass unto you or not. And Moshe went out and told the people the words of Yahuwah, gathered the 70 men of the elders of the people, and set them round about the tabernacle. And Yahuwah came down in a cloud, and spoke unto him, and took of the Ruach that was upon him, and gave it unto the 70 elders. And it came to pass that when the Ruach rested upon them, they prophesied and did not cease. So hopefully these guys weren't the beta standing at the door crying. Hopefully they were not. I'm sorry. It just seems like a real beta move. All right. But there remained 2 of the men in the camp. The name of the one was Eldad, and the name of the other Medad. And the Ruach rested upon them. And they were of them that were written, but went not out unto the tabernacle, and they prophesied in the camp. All right. So what did we just read here?
So out of the 70, only 2 actually became selected
Okay. Selected for what?
to go out and prophesy.
Wait, it said they all started prophesying, didn't they?
They did, and then
They prophesied
stopped.
and did not cease.
But then
But there remained 2 of the men in the camp. The name of the one was Eldad, and the name of the other Medad and Eldad. And the Ruach rested upon them, and they were of them that were written. What written?
So mine says,
Listed.
then they did so no more. So they prophesied and then they stopped. But 2 had remained in the camp. And there was 2 that were selected and listed.
Is that the first prophets of the days? I mean, is that where prophecies coming out? All right. Did they prophesy? Okay, so anyway, I don't know. And there ran a young man and told Moshe and said, Eldad and Medad do prophesy in the camp. And Yahushua the son of Nun, the servant of Moshe, one of his young men, answered and said, My Adonai, Moshe, forbid them. And Moshe said unto him, Envy you for my sake? Would to Elohim that all Yahuwah's people were prophets, and that Yahuwah would put his Ruach upon them? Amazing. And Moshe got him into the camp, he and the elders of Yashrael. All right, I don't understand. Who got who?
And Moshe went back into the camp, he and the elders of Israel. So
He
they were
went-
outside the camp.
Okay.
They were in the tent.
Okay.
Outside the
So
camp.
they all got the Ruach, and then they all stopped the Ruach. All right. And there went forth a wind from Yahuwah, and brought quails from the sea, and let them fall by the camp, as it were a day's journey on the side, and as it were a day's journey on the other side, round about the camp. And it were 2 cubits high upon the face of the earth. Wow.
This is about 3 feet or 90 centimeters.
3 feet high of quails upon the face of the earth.
So it should suffice.
That should be enough.
Dude, that was huge. Yeah, there's got to be millions of those things. 3 feet high. Wow, no wonder he wasn't messing around. He was-
Imagine people from other countries like looking over their heads and see all
3
these quails
feet of that.
carrying meat. They're like, oh my goodness.
wow, and they were probably all still alive because the people had to go kill them. And so, wow. All right. 32. And the people stood up all that day, and all that night, and all that next day, and they gathered the quails. He that gathered least gathered 10 homers, and they spread them all abroad for themselves round about the camp. All right, what's 10 homers?
Mine's Thomas too.
Dude, 1.6 metric tons.
1 3/4 tons.
Dude, no wonder they all got greedy. That's why y'all has it coming out their mouths or their nose.
He's like, you guys want some meat? Here's 1 ton of it. That's like 2,000 pounds of meat.
Dude, those
Per
he must have
person.
been planning of those quails and had quails birthing like that forever, and then you're now
Release them.
release the quails. All right. And while the flesh was yet between their teeth, ere it was chewed, the wrath of Yahuwah was kindled against the people, and Yahuwah smote the people with a very great plague. Okay, this goes to something about complaining, right? when you guys want to complain, I guess this is a lesson. This is a big family lesson for today. When we complain, there could be bad things. We might get what we're complaining for, but it might come with a curse as well, because we have, number one, we have taken our faith and we have said that, we're complaining, right? Why would we complain when Yah has given us everything? And again, that goes for everybody out there. And here it is, and these are the lessons of our forefathers. These are very well people that are, generationally our people at some level, and they got owned. So 34, and he called the name of that place Kivroth Hatava. Anyone? What does that say in yours? Hatava.
Mine says Kiroth Tawa.
Okay. It means graves of craving. Ha. Okay. 35. And the people journeyed from Kivroth Hatzta'azah unto Katsaroth and abode at Katsaroth with 1.6 tons of. Dude, that's a lot of. That
was per person.
That's per person. Yeah.
That was the
and
like,
if they didn't eat that, it would go
least,
rotten. Here's the gig: it would go rotten, right? So they had no refrigerators. They had no way to keep the stuff cold. So if they all went out there. They had so much meat. There was nothing they could do. No wonder, it probably starts stinking as well.
Mine says that they had them around the camp to cure by drying. So they were trying to dry it out, like make jerky out of it.
Yep. So they had death all over the place. So you look out there, and all their meat, instead of them having nothing, now all around them is death, smells, and of course that smell. So now they got what they wanted. But did they? I guess that's the question. Did they get what they really wanted?
Yeah, they didn't win on this one. They weren't winning.
Yeah, I guess a good verse is we need to wait upon our Creator, and He will renew our strength. He will give us the strength of eagles, and we will be able to rise up and defeat what is out there. All right, gentlemen, do you have anything else out there? Jaden, you're a little quiet over there. Got anything, buddy?
Have a great preparation day. Tomorrow's Shabbat, so definitely celebrate Shabbat.
Yep. Eli, what you got?
Don't complain.
Don't complain. Yeah, that's a big thing. And I mean, we need to take all these lessons, not just all of us as a family of Yah, but as a family here. We need to take these lessons, and we need to do better than the people before us. And look, if He delivered quail to those people out there, He delivered manna out there. He can deliver manna to you. He can deliver quails to us. He can do all this, right? It's all about the faith. Do we have faith in our Creator? Can you look around at creation and know that because of creation, there has to be a Creator? That everything in creation is absolutely perfect. There's nothing out of whack. There's nothing out of place. But yet we need to give everything that we have, including our faith, including our minds, including our souls. We need to give everything to Yah. And we need to not complain. We need to not stop bickering. We need to stop acting like the beta males standing at the doors of the camp. Right? Why does everyone keep looking at Mom?
I'm not.
Mom, I call Mom the pillar of weakness. Whenever Dad gets going at the kids always look over to see what kind of look Mom has, to see if she's approving of Dad's lecture or not, or what her thoughts are.
Because Mom's the gentle one in the house.
Yes. Actually, I'm the gentle one, and she's the angry one.
You're wrong.
Oh, maybe it's totally opposite. Okay. Gentlemen, thank you guys very much. Everybody out there, family, much love to you guys. It's a preparation day. We will see you guys hopefully for a live one on Shabbat. If it's not raining, if it's raining, then we will premiere it like we always do. But we will do Leviticus or Numbers 12 tomorrow. And yeah, huge hug from everyone here at this family to you guys, and we will call it a day.
Enjoy cooking.
Yeah, enjoy cooking.
Shalom.
Shalom.